What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner, and today I'm doing an unboxing video. So we got some packages here from Griffin Armament. They've sent me a suppressor in the past. Actually I have it right here. This is the HRT 556. And we do have a new suppressor that's here today, and I'm gonna be papering it today, so hopefully we can have a shooting video of it here soon. And it should be a Griffin Recce 7. So I'm pretty excited for that. It's a 30 cal suppressor. First, we're gonna open up this little box. There should be a muzzle device in here for my HRT 556. We were waiting on the tactical compensator to come in stock for a little while. So that's what should be in here, and then the Reky 7 should be in there. So I did an unboxing video when I got my HRT 556, and I figured it'd be just a cool video to show you guys this. All right, so let's see. So yeah, again, there should just be a muzzle device in here, but let's see what we got. Yep. So here it is. It's the tactical compensator. I can actually open it here for you. So these muzzle devices look nice. I don't have any personal experience with them. But yeah, this is for my HRT, so it's a dual lock system. So you have the taper mount and then these teeth that the mount locks into. Let me show you on this one here. Turn it real fast. So with this, you pull up, twist it, and it locks into a groove, and then you just twist it off. So on this one, I have their little bird cage, but you see the taper stays really clean while the muzzle device gets the carbon buildup, and then it has the teeth that lock into these grooves here. And it's not like a ratchet system, even though it looks like it, so it won't wear out, which is pretty cool. So this suppressor's worked really well for me. I've been shooting it a lot on my little HRT clone here. This is a BCM that I built up to look like the FBI HRT, and that's the 556 can. So now we have another muzzle device that I want to try on a different gun, and that thing looks really nice. I hope it performs good. So we got that. Now let's go to the big box, the one that you guys are probably here to see. This should be a Reky 7, which is a 30 cal. It's a taper mount only suppressor. So I do have a specific purpose for this in mind, but we're gonna run it on a couple different things. So let's see what we got. So we do have a couple muzzle devices. So these should both be 556. So we have the Tactical Comp 556, and that's taper mount specific. So they make a lot of different mounting systems, but each one is its own mounting system. So this is taper only. It will not work with the HRT 556, but that's why they do a bunch of different ones. So we have that for a 556. And this one is gonna go on this gun right here. This is an LMT 11.5, it's a DI gun. So yeah, that will go on there, and I think it'll look really nice. And then we're gonna do a comparison between this 11.5 and that 11.5 with the HRT 556 and this Reky 7. So I think that'll be kind of cool to see how well their 7.62 can performs on a 556. But then the main purpose for this can, it's not here yet, but it's going to be the Griffin PSD 9.5 inch 300 blackout. That's gonna be the main goal for this, and the reason why that one's not here yet is we're specifically gonna do it in Terra Brown, which is their like brown anodized color, and it looks really nice. I'm really excited to have it here. It's probably about a month or two out, but yeah, let's see how this looks. That's pretty. And I know it doesn't match that one. Again, it's gonna go on the brown AR, but for now, I think it'll look pretty good on here. But that's it. It's the Reky 7 30 cal suppressor, and it's gonna just sit like that. So even though it's tan, I still think it looks really great on here. I like the Cerakote on that. And let's see. So size-wise, you see it's bigger than the HRT 556. Weight-wise though, I mean, it feels pretty well balanced. I can actually weigh them. Let's see, let's weigh them over here. All right, don't mind our messy scale back here. So we have my HRT 556 coming in at just over 16 ounces and the Reky 7 coming in at around 18.5 ounces. So just slightly heavier, but I don't think you're not gonna really notice it on the end of the gun. It's just gonna be a little bit longer. So I'm excited to try that and compare the two. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So again, this is gonna be the taper for the 556. And then where did I put that other one? Here's that dual lock. So you see, basically the same muzzle device. The dual lock is a little bit longer because you have that extra mounting system, but that'll be cool. And I'm really excited to try this on the 300 blackout. We're just, again, about a month or two out from that. But I'm gonna paper this today, and hopefully we'll have it here on the channel in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. My last one that I did, this one, it took 11 days to clear. So I'm hoping similar or faster time frame. I'm still seeing anywhere from like a day to 3 weeks, but yeah, either way, I'm excited for that. Thank you, Griffin, and you guys will see this on the channel here soon. The other one is a minimalist brake. I don't know exactly which gun this is gonna go on for now, but they sent this to me as an option. And the muzzle brake works good in the fact that it kind of works as your first sacrificial baffle, because you figure the most amount of the blast coming out of the muzzle is going to hit your first baffle, which you can't see because it's too dark. But if you have a muzzle brake, that kind of acts as that barrier to the suppressor. So theoretically, it should make your suppressor last longer. I was not expecting to finish the video like this, but I'm actually pretty happy. So we actually got a 5-day turnaround time on the suppressor, which is awesome. I started the paperwork process on Thursday, and it is now Tuesday, and I woke up with an email from the ATF saying it was approved. So that was super fast, and I'm happy I was able to do it for you guys. And that means we should be able to have this being shot on the channel in like the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I have it all mounted up on the LMT here, and I like the way this tactical compensator looks. I haven't shot with it yet, but yeah, again, this is an 11.5-inch LMT, and I will be comparing this setup next to my 11.5-inch BCM with the HRT 5.56. Again, this is not going to be the main host for it, not this gun specifically, but I think it'll be cool to see how a 30 cal suppressor holds up against the 5.56, because if you guys watch my other suppressor videos, I tend to run a lot of 30 cal suppressors on 5.56 because they're pretty low back pressure and they're very universal. And I really don't think that 5.56 cans are significantly quieter than most 30 cal cans. So I do think you get a lot more benefits with 30 cals. As far as weight and size goes, I get it. If you want a little bit smaller can, this one I'm just using for example, but this is a Dead Air Sandman S. I run suppressors like this. So I have the Surefire RC762 Mini, I have the SIG SRD762, like I run a lot of 30 cal cans like in place of 5.56 cans, but I'm to the point where I want to get more 5.56 cans. And the reason why I have this one out here is because the LWRC right here next to me is actually set up for the Sandman S, but I'm gonna swap it out. So you see this one mounts on there pretty nicely and it looks good. But what I have here is an LWRC M6A3 DMR. I've had it for a while. I have not put a lot of rounds to it, but this gun came with this muzzle device on here. This is a Lantac muzzle device set up for a Dead Air chemo muzzle device. So like the Sandman right here. Let's see, where does it lock in? Right there. So if I tighten it all the way, it'll lock on. So that's how that's set up. But I have 8 guns right now that are set up with chemo muzzle devices. I own 2 Dead Air Sandman S's in FDE, so those are my only chemo cans. But I have 8 muzzle devices, 2 cans, and I want to swap this one out to run this Recce 7 here, and I don't know if I can mock it up. I think this will look a lot better on there, and I'm curious to see how it performs. And I like that it's going to be taper mount versus the chemo, because with these suppressors, I try to just mainly run them on like 2 or 3 guns. No issues with mine personally, but I work at a gun store where I've seen a lot of these mounts fail. From my point of view, it seems like they mainly fail because of constant taking on and off. You'll hear the ratchet noise go away on a lot of cans. That's not necessarily what stops it from working, but one of my coworkers had to send one of these back like 3 times. Friends have had to send these back multiple times for mounts failing. So I'm trying to dedicate these to just a couple guns, so I don't need to run it on here. What's nice about this taper mount is I really don't see how it could fail because it just screws on and just taper locks. So my plan is to run the taper mount, the little micro brake or minimalist brake. Let's see, this is the 30 cal one. So the suppressor ships with a 30 cal one, and then this should be the 5.56. Or do I have that mixed up? No, this is the 5.56, my bad. I stuck them both in the same package, but you see that's the 30 cal minimalist brake, and then that's the 5.56. So I think my plan is to run this one on the LWRC here, and it'll shorten up the gun itself. The suppressor is obviously a much bigger suppressor, but I'm not worried about it. Weight-wise, I mean, they feel similar. I don't have a scale here to test them, but I think it's a really nice looking can, and I think it's gonna look really nice on here. What do you guys think? So I don't really shoot much long range, so you guys won't see me shooting like 500, 600, 700 plus yards with this, unfortunately, but I'd like to get to a point where I can, and it'd be nice to just see how this prints on paper at like 100 yards. Because the range I go to, I basically have like 100, 150 yards. So yeah, I think when we take this out next week, we're gonna use this, we're gonna use that, and then we're gonna compare it to the HRT 5.56 on my BCM. And then when I get the PSD 9.5-inch strainer blackout from Griffin, that's the main thing that this is going on. So I'm really excited for that. Again, it'll be about a month or 2, but until then, it'll be really fun running it on these, and I'm excited. I haven't shot this gun in like over a year, so I'm excited to bring it back out, especially with the Griffin can. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you again to Griffin, and you guys will see this on the channel here real soon. So stay tuned for my next video.